All right, what is going on, guys? Bassmaster Open Pro, Bigelow. Jumping on here to talk about my two favorite Omega custom tackle jigs that they have to offer. I'm an offshore guy. That's just what I like to do. So obviously that's going to incorporate into the jigs that I like. I'll get up shallow and flip the flipping jig and stuff around, but for me, my two favorite, first off, is the Omega custom tackle football jig. This is a bad dude. The hook on this thing, I think, is the most incredible part to it. It's not your typical jig hook. It's almost a worm hook. You can see that bend on it. That's not a typical jig bend to it. It's not a typical round bend to it. It pins them. It gets them. They are not going anywhere if you get a pin in them, which is important if you're fishing brush piles or if you're fishing, a ledge school and you want to crank them in fast so you can fire back in there and not disturb the school. So that's important, when you're looking at jigs, is a hook is very important in a jig. It's a strong hook. It's not going to bend out. I'll put a picture here on of a 943, which is my PB I caught on Lake Chickamauga this June in a brush pile. And I horse drive that brush pile. This hook did not bend the entire way back, and I still fished with it the rest of the day and had zero issues with it. Actually caught my biggest bag on it, which was 32.5 pounds, which is a monster bag in June. And this jig was the culprit. Caught all the fish on one jig. So all those fish in that 32-pound bag came on one jig. It's got awesome colors. Pretty much if you want a color, I guarantee it comes in this jig. Awesome array of colors. It's got half, 3/4, and 1 ounce. So any situation, fall rate you want, this is the jig to go to. If your fish are a little more pressured, or if you're fishing for spotted bass, say, or smallmouth, and you want a little bit more finesse, this is where my second favorite comes in, and is the football finesse jig by Omega. This jig, it has a little bit thinner skirt. You can see it's not as bulky of a skirt. Still has the football head design. Importantly, still has that same hook to it. It's not your other hook, which is all of the Omega hooks. They all have the right hook for the right style of jig fishing that you're going to do with it. So they put that thought into it. They didn't just put a random, round bend hook into it. The other cool thing with the football finesse jig is this hook is not a light wire hook. Like I said, it's the same hook that's in the football jig hook, so it's not going to bend out like other typical finesse jigs on the market. This hook's going to stay strong throughout the fight. You're not going to have issues with it bending. If you hook a big, spotted bass, big smallmouth, or even a big largemouth, if they're wanting a little bit more finesse size to it. It still has all the good colors. It's got half and 3/4 ounce. It does not have 1 ounce, but typically if you're fishing more finesse jig like this, you probably want a little more finesse, which is why we don't offer that 1 ounce. But guys, check them out on mycustomtackle.com, and I don't think you're going to be regretting your purchase at all when you catch that big one.